Welcome into Hornets.com. I'm John Foke, radio broadcaster for the Charlotte Hornets, and today we're joined by Mitch Kupchak, the president of basketball operations and general manager for the team. So as we transition to this new look Hornets team, what are the long-term goals for this franchise moving forward?
Well, for the last couple of years, our goal was to try to make the playoffs and put together a team while adding some youth, but adding veterans to try to get into the playoffs. With Kemba gone now, what we're really trying to do is set ourselves up for a long-term sustainable success, okay? And what does that mean? Well, that means a team that is consistently, one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference, of course, a team that makes the playoffs, a team that hopefully would advance in the playoffs, and of course, ultimately win a championship. That would be the goals of the organization, but it has to start somewhere. And we are starting anew and afresh this season with a different approach than we did the last couple of seasons for obvious reasons.
With the young guys on the roster, and we saw the success that they had last year, especially over those final 12 games, knowing that you've got them coming along and some veteran guys, how do you balance those two groups moving forward?
Well, it is going to have a new look in terms of us transitioning to our youth. Having said that, a lot of the veteran players that the city of Charlotte is familiar with are still going to be here. Cody and Nick and MKG and Marvin, they're still going to be here. They're still going to be a part of the team, and they're still going to play minutes. Having said that, we are going to transition and continue on the growth and the building that I think the people saw last year at the end of the season, whereas we went young for the last month or so of the season. Played a fun brand of basketball. It was fun to watch. It was exciting. And in fact, we played our best basketball of the year last year for the last month of the season. So we're transitioning into that style of play. Along with that, expectations are going to be a little bit different. Whereas in the past, we had Kemba, and our goal every year was to make the playoffs. Of course, our goal going forward is always to win games. But we're most concerned with our culture, playing hard, playing the right way, and playing an entertaining brand of basketball, developing our young players, so that we can continue to grow as an organization.
So with the goal moving forward to build sustainable success, what's the plan for the organization to reach that?
Well, number one is to continue to develop the players that we do have, the young players that we do have. And we'll do that here in Charlotte, and we'll continue to better use our G League team in Greensboro, the Swarm, to develop those players as well. We do want to continue to draft well. We want to make savvy trades, and we need to continue to create financial flexibility going forward. That gives us, some room to maneuver with the trade or during the off season or during the trade deadline. Use cap space or financial flexibility to turn it into assets. Right now, we don't have too much of that. So going forward, in order to be a team that exhibits, sustainable success and growth, those are the things that we're going to have to focus on.
Heading into this season, what type of a culture do you want to create with your coaching staff and with these guys? Well,
we want our players to play hard. We want them to play the right way. We want them to develop and continue to develop throughout the season. They're only going to develop as if they work hard at their skill and they play hard during the games. That is the key for our players this year. Play the right way, play hard, and continue to work at your game.
Within that sign and trade, you bring in Terry Rozier. Tell us a little bit about how he fits with this culture and what he can bring to this team moving forward.
Terry's a young ball-handling guard. We know he played behind two All-Stars in Boston, in Isaiah Thomas and Kyrie Irving. It's tough to play that way, looking over your shoulder, knowing that you can be yanked out of the game at any time. He did put together a couple of really solid years. We're hoping that now, as our lead guard, he could take a step, to really advance his game and to fit into our young core here in Charlotte.
So one of the big things we've heard from fans asking, is this team rebuilding? What's your response to fans that pose that question?
Well, I wouldn't get caught up on a single word as to what you'd call what we're doing. I think what we are doing clearly is transitioning from a team built around Kemba Walker to a team now built around our young players and the future. That's what our plan is, and that's what our goal right now going forward.